Hello and happy Thursday, happy Thanksgiving. I am here with
Ali.
This is
his
Ali.
wife.
This is my wife.
Mrs. Bold.
This is Ali on the Run, or Mrs. Bold CEO. We're gonna get a glass of wine. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Happy Thanksgiving. Little wine.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I hope that you are having a fantastic Thanksgiving. Thank you for sharing your time with us on this Thursday, this wonderful Thanksgiving. And I know I missed a bunch of Thursday Facebook Live, so we're going to make up for it. Bring Ali on the Run, a.k.a. my wife, a.k.a. Bold, Miss Bold CEO. And we're going to chat about business / marriage / also what we had for dinner. So before we get into all that great stuff, and we'll have a Q&A, who's already eaten their turkey? Say yes or no if you have or have not eaten turkey. And if you don't eat turkey, that's fine too. You said, I don't eat it. Curious. Take a little quick poll here. In the meantime, while that's going on, quick thing. What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for you. I might not always be vocal about that.
Really?
But if you saw episode 8 of Growing Bold, you know that. Right. No, but really, I very much mean that I'm very thankful. Well, I'm thankful for Ellie, which again, hopefully if you're watching, you know who Ellie is. She's our beloved dog. We would show her, but she's sound asleep right now.
She ran a 5-miler this morning.
So did we.
So did we.
She didn't just go off on her own. Yeah, I'm thankful for that. We had a really great day. Just like it's been a perfect Thanksgiving. We love our family so much, but we told them we were not traveling this year. So
sometimes you gotta do it. I mean, anyone who obviously follows me knows I've been on no joke, 19 flights in the last month and a half. So not
and
traveling.
I've been on 2. So whew.
Not traveling is a good thing. So let's see, John, entrepreneurs and marriage. I'm stuffed. Me too. Brian Misher, hey dude, what's going on? He's in Thailand. Happy Thanksgiving.
Neighbor.
Hope you guys are well all the way out in Thailand.
Rachel's
Thanks for
here.
tuning in, Rachel.
This is fun seeing how this happens.
So listen, I'm super thankful for obviously my wife, her health, our dog, our family, the business. It's blowing up. A lot of really great things to be thankful for. And yesterday, actually, I'm also thankful for my entire team at Bold. I mean, we wouldn't be doing the things that we're doing without all of them. So thank you. I'd name them all individually.
I'm thankful for you guys too.
Yeah, she really is.
I love you guys so much.
No, seriously though, I'm super thankful for all of them because none of this would be possible. You can't. A team of one does not get where we're going and where we already are. So thanks to all of them, and a little extra special thanks to Tyler and Anthony, to my editors yesterday, who edited a little 60-second thankful thing for me for social, and I thought it was really, really special. So I'm going to share it with you, 60 seconds right here, and then we'll come back and we'll chat a little bit more about business, entrepreneurship, marriage, and turkey. So happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate that. And again, great shout out to my entire team at Bold. but also Tyler and Anthony specifically for putting that together last minute for me yesterday. I thought it came out awesome, and it is true. I'm very grateful for all the people that have helped me get where I am. You can't do what I'm doing, what we're doing, what my team is doing, company's doing by yourself. You really can't. It's a team effort. So I'm really, really, truly, genuinely grateful for everyone and all of you who follow me, because it's kind of crazy to me that you follow my story and engage and react with me. And it's super inspiring, because I think that entrepreneurship can be really super incredible, very high highs, but also a little lonely sometimes and a little really low lows sometimes. And I think one of those is just not being around, not being home all the time with my wonderful, beautiful, incredibly talented wife.
Keep going.
But seriously, I think that's a big challenge for me. So everyone who really continues to push me and engage with me and comment and share and DM me and hopefully what I'm doing in my journey is giving back a little bit too. And it's a hell of a ride. It's fun. So thank you all. What is your favorite Thanksgiving part of the Thanksgiving dinner? And also too, what's also your favorite Thanksgiving dinner? Is it the turkey? Is it the green bean casserole? What is it?
I like the classic Pillsbury Grams rolls.
Yeah.
I know that's not fancy. I know that's not homemade. I went to get them at the grocery store, and the guy looked at me like I was such an idiot. I couldn't think of what they were called. So I went up to get the guy at the grocery store. I was like, where do you keep the rolls in the scary cans? And I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, because you have to peel back the paper, and then the can just like explodes, and it is terrifying. I made him open the can.
It's the best part. I love those cans. It was the coolest thing.
Eating it is the best part.
Oh,
so I love the dinner rolls. I like to just put the butter on when it's warm, and then just.
What's your? I mean, obviously, we stayed home this year and we cooked, so we had everything that we wanted. But when you go somewhere else with the family, what's like the dish that people typically make that you dislike the most?
The turkey.
Really?
I don't really care for turkey. It doesn't really do anything for me. I appreciate all the work you put into it today. I think I had like a bite. I'm not crazy for the turkey. I don't know. I love the bread. I love the stuffing. I love the gravy. Everything else, I'm like one bite and done. And then because I love dessert, I will eat every dessert on the table unless it's like fruit. Don't call that dessert.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So my favorite is the green bean casserole, followed by the mashed potatoes with gravy. My least favorite, I don't know. I don't even know if I can think of my least favorite.
Did you even have any cranberry sauce?
Oh.
Did you forget about?
Yes and no.
Do you want me to go grab a bowl and you can just be sitting here?
I'll do it if you could grab it.
Be right back.
So while Allie goes and grabs me some cranberry sauce. By the way, she was gonna make it from scratch, and I told her no. I like the stuff in the can, like the cheapest stuff in a can that you slice as you take it out. Like that's what I like. So
I've never even touched it. I don't know what it tastes like. But it looks disgusting.
When John, dude, is the best. All right. Do you like or hate the canned cranberry sauce?
Hate.
By the way, she was gonna make it from scratch, and I told her not to because I prefer the stuff from the can. It's like dinner and dessert at the same time. It's incredible. So, do you like canned cranberry sauce? I want to know that. Let's I'm gonna go through here and let's see a lot of really good comments and stuff here. So John says his wife is his CFO and he's the CEO. Challenging,
good for you guys.
Challenging some days, mostly fun and adventurous. That's crazy, man. That's hard. Being in a relationship, also working that close together. She would murder me if we worked together on a daily basis.
No, we wouldn't. No.
I wouldn't blame you. Happy Thanksgiving from Wisconsin. Ooh. Thanks, my man. Appreciate it. All the way from Wisconsin.
Never been.
Reno, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Reno. David, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, David. We appreciate it.
How many hours do we spend non-work hours together? 1.
No, really. Like, what? How many non-work hours
it depends.
do we truly spend together?
I think that up until the last couple months, basically Labor Day hit, and everything got crazy for you. Mm-hmm. So on a normal week, we don't see each other much during the week. Like mornings, mornings are all business. Like we're getting up and going about our day and doing our thing, and then. Maybe if you make a boat home at night, right, we'll have dinner together. But even then, it's kind of like we're both still sort of working. I work from home. Yeah. I'm a freelance writer, and I host a podcast called the Ali on the Run Show. Shameless plug. Check it out. It's great. But during the week,
We did, by the way, Ali on the Run, the last episode is us. Me recapping my 2014 turkey trot.
episode 47 of the Ali on the Run show. It's
Right
on everywhere you listen to podcasts. It's there. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher,
iTunes?
SoundCloud.
They call it iTunes, the kids.
No, it's called Apple Podcasts now.
Well, no one's calling it that yet. So Elaine loves mac and cheese, says the southern thing. I love mac and cheese too. I've never had mac and cheese actually on Thanksgiving, but it sounds awesome. Jill does not like turkey either.
Yes, Jill! We're friends.
Ricardo, a fan because your comments after air quotation, very nice.
Wait, did you skip the one that said when was your last date night?
Oh, yeah. When was your last date night?
No, actually last weekend.
Did we have one? When?
It was
What did we
clearly
do?
memorable. We went out for a really nice steak dinner.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
And we left our phones in our pockets. And it was nice. We went to Fleming's. We had a gift card that came in the mail, and I was like, yes.
All right.
Didn't get very far.
Yeah. So let's see. We did the same thing. We worked together. Steven just started following last week. Era video. Thanks, Steven. Appreciate that. Very inspiring. Appreciate that as well. Ali, what's your hobby when you have no Brian time? Good question.
Good question. Though I don't think my main hobby is Brian time. I think like I said, I'm a freelance writer and editor. I write for mostly women's health and fitness publications, so Women's Health, Well and Good, Shape, Self, all those magazines.
The big ones.
I was also the editor-in-chief of Dance Spirit magazine, which I'm sure you all subscribe to. It's a teen dance magazine, so
of course
I'm sure you guys are all super familiar. But now I'm freelance, so I work from home, and I do my podcast. I also
Elaine says she loves your podcast.
Elaine, we're friends now too. So yeah, I have a podcast, I have a blog, and then my thing is running. I love running, I love working out. I actually haven't been running much this year because I have Crohn's disease and was really, really sick all year. And during that time,
I'm thankful for your help.
Thanks. But during that time, I got really into Orange Theory, which highly recommend. These workouts are so good. It's a fitness studio. They're all over the globe. They're everywhere. I'm sure there's one 5 feet from wherever you live. So yeah, I love working out.
TC? What's happening?
And love being with Ellie, our dog.
Yeah.
I love taking her for walks and just being outside. I think that's something we both really share is that we both love what we do and love working. But nothing beats just like the three of us in the woods, letting Ellie off leash and running around. Like we both kind of live for those moments whenever we get them.
John also loves OTF.
Yay, John!
Awesome, man. Awesome.
So
let's do a couple things here. First of all, who's already had their Thanksgiving dessert? And hey, Brittany.
Happy birthday, belated.
Oh yeah, happy belated birthday. Tell Steve we said hi. Who's already had their dessert? Okay. And if so, what have you had? If you haven't had your dessert, what are you gonna have? Where's Ellie? We'll bring her out. She is passed out.
Sound asleep. I wish that everyone could see her right now. She's on the bed.
Push pace, John said. Yes. So, what have you had dessert? If so, what is it? If you haven't had dessert, what are you gonna have? She made an amazing
Do you want to see it?
apple pie.
I'll go get it.
Yeah, go get it.
I'm getting good at fetching things.
Yeah. So, you're welcome. So, while we're here. After you tell us what your dessert has been, or is going to be, look at that apple pie.
This is my proudest moment.
Yeah, raise it up. The graphics over it. There you go. There you go. Oh, Ellie says hi. All right. So,
go back.
Let's see here. Pumpkin pie, cheesecake, hot cocoa. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So, while we're doing that, what questions do you have? It can be business, marketing, marriage between, a crazy guy who owns a business, or Thanksgiving related. Q&A time. Q&A. Let's open it up. In the meantime, while we wait for the bomb apple pie.
John, I'm liking you a lot.
Nice pie. Kevin says nice pie. Sandy says it looks great. It does. I'm sure it's going to taste even better than it looks. So while you guys throw out some Q&A, business, marketing, marriage within that whole dynamic, or Thanksgiving, while you throw out those Q&As, I think from my perspective, if we're talking about all three, which is like entrepreneurship, the challenges of marriage, Thanksgiving, it's just like, I know it's not perfect, but what we try to do, at least what I try to do, is like I go crazy all in for long periods of time, and then like today mostly all off. Tomorrow,
Yep.
Saturday, all off, like no business whatsoever. But then like you're not going to see me next week. Like,
Cool, bye.
yeah, see ya.
Good to know.
Yeah, then the next week I'm in Miami. So, it's so that's tough. It's not perfect, but we do have our moments, Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what's going on at the office. Like, my schedule it's not predictable, but like, I'm around for the most part. And again, that's in part because I'm sick, that I haven't been traveling as much or doing as much cool, exciting stuff this year. But yeah, I mean, just for the last couple months, you've been working. Like, I think there was a week that you weren't traveling, but I didn't see you because you just worked for like 4 days straight. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Didn't come home.
Yeah.
The upside of that is when he is gone, Ellie, our dog, gets really clingy to me, and I really love that. She sleeps
Super
on top
clingy.
of me. So I used to get upset. Not upset, but like I would miss you a lot, and I still do. But I gotta say, the Ellie snuggles,
Yeah.
they make it okay.
They make the time pass.
I think it's also the biggest thing for us is remembering, like, not the end game or the goal necessarily, but just for me, it always, like, when things are crazy, when I don't see you as much, when we're just like can't quite get on the same page, it's just always reminding myself why we're doing this.
Right.
Like,
Why are we doing this?
because I want a private jet.
There you go.
Because I want to fly around with my dog. That's
Yep.
all I want. All
Amen.
the cool places that I used to want to see,
Yep.
I now only want to see them with her.
Ellie would really love Giraffe Manor, by the way. So John says, "What is your plan to scale when you grow?" John, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Clarify, because like scaling and growing is kind of the same thing. It's a little redundant. But what do you mean specifically? Like, what's the question about scaling that you got? I'll answer that. And then TC, in the meantime, just asks, how hard is it to keep long hours and make marriage work? It's tough, man. Like, TC, it's not easy, that's for sure. Like, I can just go and go and go and go and go. Like, I mean, I guess that's why I'm a crazy entrepreneur. But it's definitely not easy because, like, if I'm working long hours, like, this is tough. Yeah, especially, well, we don't see each other that much. And when I do, it's like the very end of the day, very beginning of the day. And, like, I'm usually, when I'm in that, like, work 7 days a week mode, many hours a day, even when I'm home, I'm not like,
you don't leave
I'm not like
work at the
relaxed.
office.
Yeah, I'm like I'm here physically, but I still got crap I got to do. So,
and that's what drives me crazy. Like, I will say that I'll be so happy you're home, but then, like, you're still doing stuff, and I get it. Like, I think that's the biggest thing this year is that I've learned to get it. And I don't mean just, like, deal with it or accept it, like, to really understand it.
Yeah.
Because that makes the hard times a lot easier, is saying, like, I think I used to resent it a little bit more. And then you, at one point, you were like, do you really think I would rather be at my computer at 3 a.m. than, like, in bed with my wife and my dog? And I was like, that's a good point.
Right.
I don't know the answer.
See what I gotta do,
no,
right?
but, like, that helps kind of remembering that, like, you're not necessarily choosing work over your family. Like, it all goes together.
It's all interconnected. If you want to do big things, you got to make big sacrifices.
Yeah.
As the real Bradley would say, that's a bomb. Okay, John says increase business short period of time, larger projects versus smaller ones. Yeah, definitely larger projects are more preferable when you're scaling because clearly if to increase your revenue by $10 million, if you do $100,000 projects, that's how many, was that 10? No. To get to $10 million at $100,000, that's 100 projects, right?
It's $1 billion.
Yeah, so that's 100 projects. Or that's, that's 5 $2 million projects. That's 2 $5 million projects. 1 $10 million project, right? So definitely the bigger projects, the bigger clients will absolutely help you scale. The other benefit of larger clients is also that it's not at least in our industry, at least in marketing, it's not a 1-to-1 resource ratio, meaning it might take 5 people to run a $3 million account, but it also might take 5 people to run a $10 million account. So it's more profitable. Let's see. What else do we have in here? How would you handle letting projects move forward without micromanaging? It's actually interesting that you bring that up because, if I don't know if you've listened to Bradley's Dropping Bombs podcast, the last one, I was on one of those up in Vegas this last week. I actually talked about that a little bit, which is it's challenging because right now as we're growing, I'm still kind of attached to a lot of different departments, a lot of different projects, a lot of different clients. And so I, of course, want to keep the standard as high as possible and continue to push the standard. Now, it doesn't mean that my employees don't, but the reality is that I'm going to have to spend a little less time, a little less energy, micromanage a little bit less as we grow, and less and less and less. It's just no other way to get to that $100 million to $1 billion range, right? And so that's just the reality. So it's just about letting go, trusting, and then also mentoring when things either don't go well or there's a challenge along the way. Let's see. What software are you using for Facebook Live? Wirecast. Tim, happy Thanksgiving, brother. You too, my friend. Thank you very much. April dropped some bombs. 2 at 5 million.
John Honerkamp.
John Honerkamp
Hey,
is
John.
up in here. This dude is famous, by the way, guys. You should check him out. One of the most famous runners in the world. So,
Totally.
Tiffany, the bottom line is the bomb. Thank you all. Yeah, Tiffany. Awesome. I love that you love the real Bradley. Steve Martini. Man, I've seen a lot of names in here I haven't seen in a
Oh,
long
I thought
time.
that said Steve Martin. One of my favorite actors.
He's also in here. This is, by the way, this is the most watched Facebook Live on Thanksgiving. Like, this is it. So turn off your TVs, turn off football, NFL.
Hey, John.
NFL ratings are going down. Bold CEO Facebook Lives on Thanksgiving ratings are through the roof.
Because you have a special guest.
Yeah, Nielsen's rated this number 1. I just got the text message, by the way.
Perfect.
So, all right, what other questions? Marriage, business, entrepreneurship, turkey, dogs. How do you... All right, so Elaine, we got a couple of good ones coming in here. Here we go. Elaine, how do you build an environment that pushes your employees to work hard and give the business 100% while also keeping it fun and enjoyable? I really think I've actually gotten very good at this in the last few months. I mean, I was always decent, like good at it, right? Like probably better than the vast majority of companies because I think most people go to a business and they can't wait to leave their job. I've never really had that problem, but in the last few months, I think I've gotten very good at it. And it's a couple things for me. One is continuing to make sure that I paint the vision picture to the entire team so that we're all on the same page, so that they know why they're doing it. And not just why we're doing it as a business, but how it impacts their career, whether they're at the company or whether eventually they go somewhere else, because that's just a reality, right? So it's, hey, listen, we kill this, we knock this out of the park. Not only does it grow the business of the company and allow us to work on better accounts, bigger accounts, cooler jobs, cooler projects, but listen, like if you're a part of this, you help manage this, well, look, you can step up to eventually be a manager in that department. And if you eventually don't want to stay here, which I will force you to do because I chain everyone to their desks. Just kidding. Maybe. But seriously, if they eventually want to move on and they were part of a really great project and knocked it out of the park, like it's only beneficial for their careers. And so I think it's that and keeping it very challenging. I think that complacency is the killer in all businesses. People get bored, when they get complacent, when they hear no all the time, they stop giving a damn. And so I never want that kind of a mentality in my company. And so I think that keeping people very pushed, but not quite to the breaking point, is the balance. It's not
Wait,
perfect.
can I add something to that one?
No, you absolutely can.
So I'm freelance now, so the only person I oversee is my dog. But before that, when I was in a director managerial position, make people feel important and make them feel valuable. I know that the vision is important and I know all that, but like I think the individual, the one-on-one time, even if you can't give someone an hour of your time, like obviously that's super rare, but like sending the thank you email at the end of the day that's like, hey, you crushed it, great job. You know, you can't always give someone a raise. You can't always give them more vacation days or like give them more of the flexibility that I know a lot of people value. But sometimes just that little bit of like verbal communication and praise when it's warranted, I think that is something that goes a really long way, and that I know I always have tried to do with people that I work with, is just telling them like, hey, you're doing a great job, or really specific, like, hey, you crushed that edit that you did, and, you know, A-Rod loved it. Cool. You know, like, little things like that I think can go a long way.
It sure can. Ryan, I'm going to summarize this. It's a little long, but basically he's asking, What do we think about giving to the less fortunate, trying to encourage those in a position to pay it forward? Do you believe the old thought of maintaining wealth based on controlled spending? Concerning Thanksgiving, see the ways of giving. I mean, I think, Ryan, my perspective on this is a few. Look, yes, I believe everyone should give back in some way, shape, or form. That might be helping somebody. That might be financially. That might be encouraging someone. That might be teaching them something. It might be giving them a connection. It might be, employing them, right? There's a lot of ways to give back. I think a lot of people get caught up in just, it's a financial transaction. I give money to a cause. And while that's very good, obviously, and should be done, I don't think those necessarily are the most impactful ways to help people. I've been through hell and back, personally and business-wise back in the day. And so the things that impacted me the most were not somebody giving me something. It was them teaching me something, pointing me in the right direction. I think that's true for most people, most things. Things like, Puerto Rico getting devastated by a hurricane is very different because it's a tangible thing that, telling somebody how to fix their situation at that point is not the most helpful thing. Finances at that point is what will have the best impact, right? So I think it really depends on the situation, but I absolutely think that everyone should give back. Honestly, look, and I'm aware that me building, putting out all this content is building out my awareness, right? Of course I do. But at the same time, I'm doing it for a greater good, which is to teach other entrepreneurs what took me 15, 18 years to learn. If I can save somebody 10 years of their time, 5 years of their time, one big mistake, dude, that's so cool. Like, to me, honestly, I'm not just saying that. Like, I really, truly want you and everyone that's on here to be super successful. Because I don't believe that I think a lot of people look at the pie, like financially, like, oh, it's limited. There's only so many slices. And it's unfortunate because these people take all the slices. I think that's garbage. The pie gets bigger. Everyone can be successful. Everyone can feel success, whatever that means to them individually. And so for me, it's giving back my information, the things that I've learned, the challenges that I've had, and telling my journey as we grow is also allowing people to maybe learn something from me and my perspective as I learn it. So that's a way that I give back. And, we donate to certain things, and I don't need to call that out specifically. But I think it's a balance, and I think everyone should give in their way that they think is best, or the way that the things that they know best, or the things that they can do best, right? So I think, talking about Thanksgiving, that's an important thing. You agree with that?
Oh, yeah. I think when you think of giving, you automatically think of donating money, which is really great. And that goes a long way in a lot of different ways. And I wish that more people who had a lot more money did a lot more great stuff with it. We were talking about that earlier.
But also, too, though, by the way, one thing I think a lot of people get wrong is they look at people who start to accumulate, because you mentioned accumulating wealth, as a negative. You can help a hell of a lot more people when you accumulate wealth, when you have awareness, when people know who you are. And there's people that do that and just still keep it to themselves, and I don't think that that's right. But there's a lot of people that once they get that awareness, that level of wealth, that it gives them more ability to give back. So I think it's important to grow yourself. You can only help people so much if you're not growing yourself. You're not in a position to help. So Erin wants to see Ellie. If you wait to the end of the podcast, no, it's not a podcast. What is this? Facebook Live. I need some more. I need some more wine, or turkey.
I need some more vodka. No, this is water.
It's vodka. So we'll pull her out.
John wants to know how he gets his infant daughter to sleep.
So John, as the most famous runner in the world, I think what you do is you put him in a little backpack and you run around the block a few times for like 4, 5, 6, 7 miles.
I think you give her a glass of wine. I mean, we don't have kids.
That is terrible advice.
But I feel like... But putting her in a backpack and going for a run?
No, not a literal backpack. They make the things for the kids.
Oh my God, she's like a week old. No, she can probably not even hold her head up yet.
All right. So fine. Have her drive the car, and then it'll put her to sleep.
Or let her stay awake. She's so cute. Enjoy that time.
Yeah, enjoy it.
We clearly don't have kids.
We're
like, oh, not sleeping, that's so special.
Yeah, it's so special. You're up now. You've probably been up since this time last night. You're welcome. John, what were your company? Would the company struggle if you walked away for a month? It would have challenges, yes. It wouldn't struggle. We continue to grow. It just might not be. We would probably I would find that there's some more cracks, right? For sure. No doubt. But what was it? A month and a half ago, I was out of the office for almost 3 weeks straight. So that's almost a month. It didn't blow up. It didn't burn down. We still closed.
You have
business.
very capable people in the office.
I have really talented
team.
team.
Some really great people in there.
I do. The challenge for us is just getting to the next level, which isn't that far away, to where I can really put a even more stable infrastructure, like some more management and stuff like that, which will stabilize a lot of that. But my team as a whole, killers, like some of the best. John, again, what is great social media digital marketing strategy for B2B high-tech professional service firm? LinkedIn for sure, but I don't mean LinkedIn ads. Content on LinkedIn, get their emails, email to them. I would remarket back, or not remarket back to them, but I would market to the list of people or the businesses that you're trying to do business with through Facebook. I would also just try to make as many connections on LinkedIn, send messages, make phone calls, like hardcore biz dev, obviously. And then I also think from a digital perspective, a social perspective, target those businesses. Give them something of value, like a piece of content, whether that's a video, a webinar, a downloadable ebook, but like real value. I know that that whole content thing is like the game now, that's what everybody does. Automation, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. But if the value of content is incredible, well, they'll learn 3 genuine things where they're like, holy cow, this information, this data is killer. That puts you in an advantage. So get it in front of them. LinkedIn, Facebook, emails. TC, what does it cost to get a 20-minute call with you? Right hook. Boom!
Great question. What does it cost to get a 20-minute call with you?
On Thanksgiving, $1 million.
A private jet.
$100 million on Thanksgiving. So if you've got it, dude, not only will we have I'll make it a 40-minute phone call, and we'll hit our goal before Thanksgiving's over.
Let's do it.
But in seriousness, DM me, dude. I don't know what the what the context is. DM me. I'll give you my email address. Hit me up next week. My assistant will at least screen it and see if there's time. Honestly, I can't make any guarantees, dude. My schedule is it packed. I'm not making it up, dude.
It's pretty packed.
Anyway, but at least DM me. I respond to all DMs. Steve Martini, you crushed it. What's up, Steve Martini, dude? Okay, for everyone who doesn't know, because no one will know this, Steve Martini and I used to skate rollerblade back in the day. So when I was getting started, making a skate video, this dude and I rolled around. We did literally roll around many, many times, dude. Good to see you, man.
Yeah?
Good to see you, seriously. Happy Thanksgiving. Adam, any good resources, templates for developing a digital marketing sales pitch, small to medium-sized businesses? Adam, if you don't know HubSpot, you don't need it. They have really great blog with a lot of great information on there. So go check out HubSpot's blog. They have a few of them, tons of information. I really like it. I'm trying to think from a pitch. I'd start there. They got a lot of resources, and a lot of their resources will even show you other resources. I'd go down that rabbit hole. John, did you start out with seed funds or your own money? $0, John. Nothing, man. I came from a couch, $250,000 in debt. Was going to go bankrupt and probably freaking homeless, and literally got my ass off that couch. This is 12 years ago, and got out of debt, made my first $1 million, total cash flow, built up that business to a few million, started over, $0. Never have I ever taken VC, seed money. The biggest loan I ever took from a family member was $3,000. And that was nothing, paid it back. So anyway, literally, dude, totally self-made, completely built 2 businesses, multi-million dollars out of cash flow. It's the best way if you can do it. Let's see. Bobby, I love what you guys are doing and the content you're putting out. Episode 14 was a good one. Happy Thanksgiving, Bobby. I appreciate that. I am curious why you liked episode 14. It's a good thing. I'm just curious. Bradley, happy Thanksgiving, man. Guys, by the way, I always give Bradley a shout because this dude, he's actually in episode 2, I think. Going all the way back. Yeah, he's in the OG. Bradley is the OG. But seriously, Bradley is a superstar music producer. I don't mean dude in his basement. I mean really high-end stuff, works with professional people you would know producing high-end music. The dude's amazing at what he does. He's been so kind to do a little bit of music for us every once in a while. Some of his stuff has made it into our episodes. So if you need music, you like music, you have content that needs music, you are a music producer, whatever, anything music, dude, hit up Bradley Dennison. Dude's incredible. Seriously, thank you, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Feeny, hello. What's your recovery strategy for 8K? Advil and stretch or red wine? Is that to me, Feeny, or is that to her?
I think that's for you.
This is my recovery strategy.
I'm trying to get him to go to Orange Theory with me tomorrow. I really just want to beat him into the ground this weekend.
I do need it. That's the problem, working so many hours. I used to do bike races and train 15, 20 hours a week on a bike. I haven't pumped up my bike tires in 15 or 20 months. Let's see. I want to start a janitorial cleaning service. Any advice? Just start, get an account, get a mop, and just close somebody no matter how small, and then ask them for a referral. Done. Ken Walls. Ken, what's up, buddy? How are you, sir? Happy Thanksgiving. Carl knows Ken. That's freaking cool. It's a small world. By the way, thank you guys for tuning in. It's so cool. You could be
This is so fun. I'm going to start showing up at your office every Thursday.
I'm telling you, this is awesome. Isn't this cool?
I feel like I have all these friends now.
I know. It's amazing, right? And it's on Thanksgiving, but by the way, thank you so much. Because who cares about watching the NFL on Thursday night, Thanksgiving, when you can be on Bold CEO Facebook page, Facebook Live with Ali on the Run. Mike, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? We did this earlier, but I will repeat. Mine is...
Eat some of that.
Oh, yeah. Mine is actually... what is mine?
Green bean
casserole, but I also really love canned...
Oh, God. It's so gross.
Canned cranberry sauce. Not because we have to, because I like it. What's your favorite?
Is it at all good for you?
I don't care.
Or is it just cranberries and sugar?
I don't know. It's delicious. What? Why would I go down... Why? I'm eating something...
I don't know.
I'm eating something gelatinous out of a can. Why on earth would I read the ingredients? There's nothing good can come of me reading the ingredients. Seriously, why would I bother? I'm eating...
But I'm going to.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
This is so fun.
Stuff. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, thank you guys for spending Thanksgiving with us. This is so cool. What are you looking to hire on your next team? Are you in different cities? We're in New York is our headquarters. We have feet on the ground in Miami and Louisiana. Next hire, stuff to say. We're hiring. It's so variable. I don't even want to throw that out there. We've got that handled for the moment. Cody, what's up? Hey guys, I just got this amazing job. I love, but it requires traveling about 2 weeks out of the month. How are you guys balance traveling in your marriage? Dude, man. We don't.
Balance.
Just do it. Here's the thing. Balance is boring. The best way anyone's ever explained it to me is get on a seesaw and just balance with the other person. It's freaking boring, dude. Life is this. It's ups and downs. That's the exciting part. You don't grow if you got balance. Balance is boring.
Communication is number one. I think
she's right. I should get better at that.
Yeah, he's terrible at it. He's not even my emergency contact on things anymore.
It's not really.
I'm I can't be bothered. But communication is so important. I would say if you're in a relationship and you're worried about the effect that the traveling will have on your relationship, a FaceTime at night before you go to bed, a text in the middle of the day, all that stuff goes a really long way. It doesn't make up for, cuddling up next to someone at night. That's really nice.
John says you're making the show, by the way.
Thank you, John. You're my best friend. But yeah, I would say that, get good at doing the little things. The other day I'm big on lists. And I went and I sat down at my desk and I went to make a new list and I flipped the page in my list making book, which is just graph paper. And written on it was a love note from him. And he doesn't do those all the time, so it was extra special. It was I heart Ali. We were probably in a fight or something, and that made it better.
We don't fight.
No, but it was so sweet, and little things like that go a long way. I used to be really good about putting little cards in his suitcases before he would travel. I don't think I've done that in a while. But seriously, the power of a Facebook of a FaceTime, a text in the middle of the day, they're not going to make up for the fact that you're traveling and you're not seeing each other, but they help.
Yeah.
And get a dog.
Dog's the best.
Whoever's not traveling, get a dog.
Whoever doesn't have a dog should get a dog. And if you don't like dogs, then I question your sanity. But maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. All right. I don't know. No, but seriously,
If
dogs.
you're allergic,
dogs
get the
deal.
shots. You're allergic, and we have a dog.
I am allergic to dogs. I've got a dog.
He's had a sinus infection for like 2 years straight.
Yeah, because we live with a dog, and I'm allergic to dogs. What do you think would happen? Ken, Brian Smooth. Ken, man, I saw you mentioned you're going to be in NYC. Definitely hit me up. Such a small world, dude. There's like 5 people in this stream that apparently know you. Ken is like, everybody knows Ken. All right, Cody, thank you. All right, so I think, let's do this. How about this? Why doesn't everyone, seriously, just because it's Thanksgiving, write one thing you're really thankful for? I think it's important to remind yourselves of that, seriously. Why you do what you do, what you're thankful for. I will wake up a sleeping dog. She will say goodbye. And
Wait,
then
are we
will
done?
sign off. Yeah. So
Let's be done. Okay, well now that Brian's gone and it's my show, ask me some questions. No, I'm not very exciting. I don't have the business expertise. But I'm always down to talk about how to be in a relationship with an entrepreneur. It's not easy, but it's really exciting. I think that, like Brian said, we don't really do balance. There's no middle ground. There's no like, oh yeah, things are just like fine. Things are either like so amazing or like they need a little bit of work. And that's fine. But here we go. Here's the sleepy puppy.
All right. Ellie, say hi to the people. They want to see you.
Hey,
Right here.
Nut.
Right here. You see that? Yeah, there you go. You're looking.
Look at you.
You see yourself. Say happy Thanksgiving
So
to
this is
everybody.
Ellie. She's so
She's very
cute.
tired.
She's
Cute.
tired because she ran. So tell them about the race. So we did a turkey trot 5-miler, the
Yeah,
Ashenfelter.
Something like that.
Ashenfelter 5K.
She's about
No.
to sleep on my shoulder.
The Ashenfelter 8K. She's
Yep.
gonna fall asleep.
Mhm.
She's so cute. So Ellie has always loved runners and races because she's been around them since she was a tiny puppy. And today, when she realized she got to be part of the race, she wasn't just there cheering for mom. She took off.
Loved it.
Loved it so much. She got a little tired around mile 3. We walked for a little bit, and then she picked it right back up. And as soon as we were on the finishing straightaway, we said, Ellie, there's the finish line. Let's sprint. And she just smiling, just took off. Everyone was cheering for her. Right?
You did it.
It was so cute.
Well, listen, thank you. Very thankful for all your time, for tuning in. And we really, truly, genuinely appreciate all of you. So thank you so much. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving. And enjoy your time.
Happy
And
Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you tuning in.